I want to take this time to thank our second cam operator for coming out tonight. Motherfucking Derek Deadman! It's his birthday! He's here for his birthday! I think he's turning 21. We're going to take him to the club later. It's gonna be awesome. Of course, we got our director back here, our director-producer, Eric Abbenante. He's going to be making sure everything runs smoothly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Martinez Jr., you're a host of the High Tonight Show, only on Channel 310. It is the last episode of 2018. It's going to be a fucking big one. We got the longest monologue coming up, but first, let me tell you who we got coming out tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, here in a minute, you're going to see Lila Hart. Make some noise for Lila Hart! Raja Michael! Guest M16 the Great! Oh my gosh, guys, let's get right to it. Okay, so every week I update you on my son. I am a father, not a mother. I know what I look like. And I always tell you what's going on with my beautiful white baby. This week, my son learned how to stab people. Isn't that awesome? I made a mistake. I'm a great father. I showed him Grand Theft Auto on my phone. Now he's addicted. Of all the things I show him, he doesn't even know how to count to 10. He knows how to stab people now, so that's really great. Super white baby. I'm so excited for his future. Speaking of the future, this, like I said, this is the last monologue of 2018. This week's show will appear next week, a year later. It's going to drop next Saturday, which is appropriate because in Trump's administration, every week feels like a year. I gotta give Trump credit. He claims he's sober, but from what I've been reading on his Twitter and what he's been saying, man, he must have the best meth on the planet. His meth game is on point, okay? Trump, he's been ripping the Democrats, the Democrat-led probes, calling it presidential harassment, which is ironic considering some of the probing that Trump's been doing to these poor women led them to claim, presidential harassment. Trump didn't visit the troops on Christmas? What kind of fucking Grinch do we have in office, guys? He didn't visit the troops on Christmas. I didn't realize the Grinch was remade and turned all blonde, I guess. It's what we deserve, right? He didn't visit, and after he complained on the news saying that his wall isn't getting funded, it isn't getting funded, right? So he's crying about it to everybody. And rather than go visit these guys, he says, other than that, Merry Christmas, right? After complaining about the wall. What did I say about him being a Grinch, guys? Trump claims he's defeated ISIS, even though there's about 300,000 alone in Syria and Iraq still. I mean, this is kind of like Trump's Vietnam, and the fact that he's dodging this war too. He just loves dodging wars, even if he's not fighting them. Trump, let's see, what else the fuck he's been doing? He pulled out and he didn't give any consent or consult anybody on his team. He's kind of used to that. He's so small. He didn't think anyone would notice when he pulled out. He consulted his father to pull out years ago. Our government is being shut down until January 3rd at least because Trump wants funding for this fuck-ass wall. And Republicans are worried about the border security, saying it's insecure. Well, I think our fucking president is insecure, okay? Ironic that Trump says that we won't open our country until we close the fucking border. What an asshole. I mean, why are you going to close the country with a wall and threaten us until, what, it's already closed now? What do you mean, okay? So Trump claims we need a wall because of what? Human trafficking, illegal immigrants. Trump would know a lot about that. He illegally trafficked Melania over here and had an anchor baby with her. Where was our wall for that? Where was the wall then? So, what else has been going on? Let's see. While Republicans are screaming about the wall, let's see. The counterpoint is that, you know, when against the wall, of course, is that it doesn't stop everything. You know, stop something positive. Sounds like the Democrats are talking about gun control, right? Chuck Schumer and the Democrats won't budge because Trump is a master negotiator, right? And he stands. He started at what? He wanted $25 billion at first for this wall. Now he's down to 5. Eventually, we're gonna get to $1 billion, and I think by 2019 he's gonna want a Home Depot gift card or something. And while Trump's shutting down the government, about 2,800 immigrant children are being held in a tent city in Tornillo, Texas. Not Tornado, Texas. Those are everywhere. The Trump administration told the kids not to worry about living in tents and that they're camping. Yeah, that's fucked up, right? Like, the Trump administration calls this concentration camping. What an asshole.
Never again.
So, you know, it's been the worst week in the Dow since 2008, the financial crisis. You know, and I wonder why. I think it's because of all this shit I've been talking about for the past 7 minutes. And, you know, at the end of the day, guys, to wrap it up, I think the wall's going to be made of something. And you know what? Hemp just got legalized last week. Let's make it out of that shit. Why not, huh? Anyways, guys, that's a wrap. Let's get this show motherfucking started. Alright, tonight, show. Put your hands together. Our first guest this evening, Lila
So happy to be here tonight. How was everybody? Christmas? Christmas was good? Christmas was great, but honestly, I'm so happy that the holiday season is over. You know, so many people are like, oh, Lila, aren't you like, don't you do like elf stuff during the Christmas year? And here's the thing, I don't fuck with elf shit, okay? I'm more of a leprechaun, if I'm being honest. You know, elves work for the man, and I'm not about that. I'm an independent woman. Okay? I'm not working for no man. I escaped daycare to be here tonight, so you guys are welcome. Just kidding. I was actually on set all day. I've been on set all day with Chris Hansen, so I'm out here just saving lives. Garage Mike, hi Tonight Show. This is wonderful, but I've got to admit this place gives a lot of people anxiety. Give it up for anxiety. Anybody else? Anxiety by being in this alley. Me too. Mine's crippling. So. Speaking of crippling, a couple weeks ago was International Day of Persons with Disabilities, okay, and it was an awesome day with a bunch of hashtags, all my friends on Instagram posting pictures, and I decided I was going to go out and get some Starbucks, and here's the thing, I know coffee stunts your growth, but that shit sailed a long time ago for me, and I get to Starbucks, and I pull up to Starbucks to go park in my special privileged disability spot, and there's a black Jeep in reverse with tinted windows parked there with no disability parking pass present. Alright, I was so pissed off. I wanted to get out of my car and just like key the fuck out of him, right? You fake ass cripple. But that's not what I did. I just went into Starbucks and I'm like, who the fuck is in my parking spot? And this guy, he gets up from his little like makeshift desk area that he made and he's like, oh, the black Jeep? And I'm like, yeah, the black Jeep. Either you move or you let me break one of your legs and you know, so he got up and he moved. And here's the thing, a disability parking spot for a disabled person, that's like my N-word, okay? I get to use it. Some of y'all try to use it when you think no one's watching or around, but you don't get to use it. So don't park there. Don't do it, all right? Would you do that in front of a handicapped person? No, you wouldn't. Is there a problem, Eric? The director of the show. I'm also fucking, he's my boyfriend. Give it up. My Bill. I think Eric looks like Einstein without the brain part. No, but I'm also convinced that Einstein had a big dick. Right? I believe Einstein had a big dick because in order to be able to look that crazy and not give a fuck, you have to have a big dick. Right? Big dick energy. Eric has a big dick. Give it up for that. It's great. I love a big dick, you know? I love a dick so big we walk around and we're twins. Matching outfits on. That dick is my best friend. I know me and my boyfriend have a great relationship. I mean, how could he leave a woman like me? Where else is he going to find someone he can fuck and get a blowjob from at the same time? All right, let's bring it back to disability stuff. Okay, this is my segue. Anyways, I talk about disability because of the fact that for a long time the word disabled really bothered me. I was not very confident with saying it. Now I'm like, oh, cripple is the new black, and I'm just talking about it all the time. Because here's the thing, in the disabled community, right, we are the largest group, but the least represented in the media. And with disability, we don't discriminate against age, race, or color. I mean, you could be born disabled, or you could walk into the alleyway tonight and join us. You know, just pull a bird box and don't look. Then you can park in the disability parking spot. Right? You could have that spot. I'm a 12 in the disabled world. I'm a goddamn 12. You know, what I really would love to do is start a makeup line for disability, just to promote disability. Because you could be disabled and sexy. My makeup line, it would be called Disabled and Dangerous, okay? I would have 4 shades of lipstick. Number 1, handicap hoe. 2, paralyzed and provocative. Spina bifida baddie. What's up? That's mine. And finally, crippled bitch. Because when you wear this shade, you're out here breaking hearts and breaking necks. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it at that, you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hello, Lila.
Victor Martinez.
I passed you this, but you're not smoking, right?
No, I'm not. I quit smoking. I had to.
How long have you been sober now?
Well, 3 months, but
Okay.
I was smoking 10 blunts a day, all day, every day. For a while, just watching a ridiculous amount of porn, so I had to be like, stop.
Yeah, you gotta cool it with that a little bit.
Yeah, you know, when you're watching people pee on each other, that's it's like, oh, I gotta pump the brakes on there.
I was gonna say, like, you have to worry about, you know, contact high up in here, but smoke goes up, so you're probably fine.
Yeah, I'm
right?
like, I'm
okay.
way down here.
It's all clear air down there. You can stay sober, even in the garage. But, so what you been up to since we last saw you?
Well, working on Small Talk, obviously.
Small Talk with Lila Hart on Channel 310.
And we just did Goon Squad. We released the first episode of Goon Squad.
Me and you did a skit together on that.
Yes, it was
That was fun. Go check out it's like a kitty cat Scarface skit. That's all I'm gonna say. It was fucking awesome, and that's like a little sketch. I don't know how to even fucking explain it. It's like
Monty Python, Chappelle Show, Living in Color.
all those mashed
Yes, be
together.
sure to check out Goon Squad
Yes, it's
only
dropped
on
now.
Channel 310. Do you like my sweatshirt?
Dude, all right. So you got the sweatshirt, and then Eric, show what we're gonna be presenting
Yeah,
later
bring my
on.
man up here.
Starting next year, we have these official High Tonight Show
wow.
T-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to show you. Check it out.
Yeah,
Our
take it
director's
up.
wearing. Oh Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, check that out! High Tonight Show official wear coming 2019. All right, I'll get back over there. He's got to direct. He's got things to do. All right, so we got that shit going on. What else has been going on? You've been fucking busy.
Oh, I have a cat now. We got a
Oh,
kitten.
yeah.
I'm really excited about it. You know, we're not going to get a dog, obviously, because there can only be one bitch in the relationship.
That works.
But we have a cat, you know, because his dick is big enough for 2 pussies.
Oh, God. Leave the cat alone, man. That's weird.
I'm just kidding. I thought it was funny.
What's the cat's name?
Her name is Cupcake. She's
Aw.
so cute. She's the sweetest.
I met her. I remember I compare her to my son because they're both just all white. you
With
know?
blue eyes.
Yeah, we have completely white little babies. Mine's got more privilege, you know, he's a human white boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell us what's going on for you next year before we wrap up?
Well, I just want to continue making episodes of Small Talk.
Mhm.
I actually want to make Small Talk into a comedy show, so that'd be great.
How's that going to work?
I'm going to do a show at Skip Town. It'll be like Small Talk, and I'll just have guests that I've had on Small Talk perform.
Because a lot of them do. Because, yeah,
Most of my guests are comedians.
Yeah, you guys sit down and you talk about, you know, what's been going on with y'all, but they're also performers. They don't do that there, so that'll be perfect to show them. I love it. Go ahead and be looking out at Skip Town for that, right?
Yes, Skip Town.
Cool. And Channel 310, of
Channel 3.
course.
Oh, and I just want to give a shout out to my mom, Esper Hart.
Shout out. Oh, you know what? She's our #1 fan. She's
She
been
is.
commenting on my stuff. I love her. I can't wait to meet her. Alrighty, guys. Well,
I
make
love
some
you, Mom.
Oh, I love you, Mom. Guys, make some noise. That was Lila Hart! Small Talk to Lila Hart. Go check it out. We're going to bring out our next guest. You ready, Lila?
Yes, I'm so
Okay,
excited.
here we go. She's hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Basmajian!
Yeah, you made it without breaking anything. Jeez. You guys doing good? I just want to point something out. Technically, any dick is big dick for you, Lila. So I'm a little envious of that. I have the opposite problem, okay? I'm a big bitch. You put a big dick next to me, it's like, oh, it's average. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it doesn't make it past the cheeks, don't try. You know what I'm saying? I am Armenian, and Armenian parents are fucking crazy. Okay, they're crazy. They compare you to everyone and everything until your self-esteem is as low as their credit score. They're fucked up. They're crazy. Every time I go to grandma's house, she's like, "Did you see? Huh? Did you see what the Kardashian did?" I'm like, "What? What the fuck does she do now, grandma? What, she had another baby." I'm like, that didn't even come out of her. 3 more than you, huh? 3 more than you. What do you have, lady? Huh? She has a nice house. She has husband, children. Huh? What do you have, lady? Huh? What do you have? A gag reflex, Grandma.
Yeah.
I have a gag reflex, and I can't afford a camera. I'm pissed off. Armenians also, like, if as an Armenian woman, we're taught we have to get married and pop out babies because they tried to kill us off about 100 years ago. I don't know if you guys know about that. A little genocide, yeah. About one of those. So we have a saying for people that don't even want to have kids, because I told my aunt and my... Is that the ambulance? Probably my grandma. I should probably... you know, I told my grandma and I told my aunts, I was like, you know, I don't want to have a kid. It's just, it's not for me. And they're like, oh, no, don't say that. Jesus will hear you. Don't say that. Like, he heard me. I haven't been laid in years. He heard me. He heard me. And you know, I love, they have this like saying, you know, my aunt was like, well, who's going to bring you a glass of water when you're old, huh? Like, bitch, are you having babies because you're thirsty? Like, if you don't move that water cooler by your bed, bitch, like, what the fuck? You bringing life into this because you're thirsty, bitch? I'm sure they'll have a robot for that by the time I'm old. You know, they got sex robots now. I'm sure they'll have a water robot when I'm old. It'll probably double up as a sex robot. Squirting, you know. I am trying to date, you know, and I'm trying to get out there. Yeah, I'm on Plenty of Fish. Yeah, it's free. It's free. It's free. You get what you pay for. I was talking to some guy, and he was like, "Oh, you're sexy mommy," or whatever. I was like, "Oh shit, you know, let me check this guy's profile out." And then I zoomed in. You know, ladies, you gotta fucking zoom in. That shit is dangerous. Okay, I zoomed in. I was like, "Sir, are you in jail?" He's like, "What do you know about jail, mommy?" I was like, that man behind you is taking the shit in an aluminum toilet. That is jail. His headline was, "I'm a shark in a tank." I was like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I have been single for a really long time, though, you guys. Very long. Yeah, I've been single for so long, I get wet walking down the shower at I like you know what I'm saying? It's bad. Yeah, my idea of a blind date is buying that shower head without looking at the price. Okay? That's a blind date. What else I could talk about with you guys? I gotta talk about some recent shit, Anybody else like getting fucked in the ass by life? Huh? I've been getting fucked in the ass by life so much that I'm starting to like it. Okay? That's where it's at, yeah. My grandpa had a blood clot. He doesn't have it anymore, he died. Relax, it's a joke, calm down, come on, I'm trying to make that one work so hard. He cool, he's gambling up there now, you know what I'm saying? Put some chips in his pocket, he good. But, listen, it is getting fucked in the ass by life, but you have to look for the lube moments, okay? Listen, when Grandpa was in the hospital that night, I had to come back to Grandma to take care of her. We're watching TV, and Homegirl has been in America since 1979, but she still doesn't know English. I think she's waiting for everyone to learn Armenian. We're watching, and this commercial for the AIDS walk comes on, and she's like, look at this, huh? Look at these bastards. I'm like, Grandma, it's the AIDS walk. What the fuck are you? They're going to make the people with AIDS walk all those miles, huh? Bitch, if you don't take your old ass to ESL right now, what the fuck are you doing? See, that's a lube moment, huh? So you gotta look at the good things in life, It's just, it's one of those. We're good with, okay, I was gonna ask what the time was, but I'm terrible. I know I'm unprofessional. Very unprofessional, and I'm high, so. Did you guys know that high in Armenian means Armenian? Yeah, high, it means Armenian. Like, yes, Hayam means I'm Armenian. It's spelled H-Y-E when we write it in English. I just want to throw it out there. I am going to have to make, like, a dispensary article or whatever, and call it High Times. Yeah, I'm going to rip it off. I don't care. I'm Armenian. Fuck you. Some Armenians gonna be watching this pissed. We're not like that. Yes, we are. Oh gosh, I have been thinking about what it would be like if I lost a shit ton of weight, huh? I'd probably be like a flying squirrel with all the loose skin, though. Okay, I'd fly everywhere, you guys. Like my friends would be like, "Mary, we at the club." Okay, just like fucking flapping wings and shit. But I have thought about it, and I feel like this layer of fat is like a chastity belt for me, okay? And the key is made of alcohol, weed, and inspirational quotes. That's what, you got all three. But and I feel like if I lost all this weight, I would be a fucking whore. I really would. I would fuck everyone and everything. And you want to talk about pissing, bitch, I would piss on everyone. Right now, I got a fat ass, and it's not working. You know what I'm saying? It's not, yeah. So you're welcome. I'm not losing weight for you guys. Okay? So I don't steal your man and shit. It's for you. Let me keep lying to myself. New year, new me. Any resolutions? Looking at me like, your bitch got a couple of resolutions. Yeah, I do, bitch. To smoke more weed, fuck you. Yeah. No, we should cut back. I'm at that age where I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? But then you're like indica or sativa. Fuck it. I know what Darren is gonna. No sativa, I know. The fuck sativa. I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this guy's gripe with sativa, bro? It gets you high, doesn't it? Really? Fuck, how dare you talk shit to me? I don't even blame my weight gain on weed. How dare you hate on sativa like that? Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys on that sativa note. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I guess technically, welcome to the Armenian Tonight Show, then.
Yes.
Right? Is that, so for real, it's high, H-E?
Yeah, H-Y-E. We write it because we do write Armenian words in English letters. We text like that. And that's how you write Armenian, H-Y-E, and it's high.
You're gonna have so much to talk about just on that subject of, just being Armenian. You're gonna have your whole career. You're gonna never run out of shit.
I don't want to be boxed in a niche box either, but I also see people, you know, like they appreciate that.
But no, you do it the right way, I think.
Oh,
you know, you talk about something very personal. You know, you bring up your family. You check out Mary's videos on Instagram.
Oh, Mary B626 right there. Pasadena, I'm from Pasadena, so.
You're killing it.
Oh, thank you. I try.
You're talking about your grandmother.
Yes.
How much of her is like an inspiration for one of those characters that you do?
Oh my God. I feel like she's a part of it. There is a big part of it, but a lot of the characters is like a mixture of my dad and her. So it's like a mixture.
Okay.
She has the exaggerated, like she's very like overreacts to everything. So that character gets it from her. Definitely.
And he's the one who got the water for her.
Oh yes. Yes.
Oh my God. What have you been up to? We had you on last season.
Yeah, I've just been doing shows. I have I produce a show. Yeah, I produce.
What do you produce?
I produce Armenian All Stars at Flappers in Burbank with Moses Shakarian and Michael Passion. It's a dope show. We had one this last month. We'll probably have one in February. It's a really cool show. We have all kinds of people come on up, and Armenians mainly come to that show. So
I mean, Mexicans kind of Armenian.
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, they'll
Throw
love
me
you.
up there. I'll lie. I'll be like, bro.
No, definitely. Yeah, it's a dope show. I've been doing that, and I've just been taking care of family and you know, just making videos on Instagram type shit.
I love it, getting fucked in the ass by life.
Yes, that's always good.
You want to elaborate on that at all?
Yeah.
Everyone gets fucked differently. So
Right.
I'm just wondering.
Right. No, I've had like and I feel like a lot of comics can relate, like having kind of like a shitty life or like, you know, weird upbringing. I'm just like, bitch, it's not over. We not done fucking, you know? And just lately with like recent events, I've felt, oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do need to smoke while I talk about this.
Yes. We need to pass it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And it's just a lot of things that happened within this last 3 months that I'm just like, I'm not catching a break, but then I'm writing about it and I'm like growing from it and learning from it. So I am appreciating that side of things for sure. And that's the lube moment, is like finding the funny while shitty things are happening. Like my grandpa was dead at the hospital and I couldn't tell his wife because she's old and I didn't want to shock her at night, whatever. But that funny shit happened where she said that and I was like, you know what, bitch, you got this. You got lube moments and shit. You're good, you know? You gotta look for that in life.
Everyone like needs that. It's something that comedians definitely have to rely on. Is like,
totally.
We're not that funny when shit's going good for us, you know? Like,
don't say that!
It's true.
No, I just
you gotta go through that fucked up shit, you know? That's what we're experts at. So, you know, you gotta go and you know.
Listen, even when your life is going good, life is a roller coaster. Shit can turn left real quick. Mm-hmm. You know, and even it's funny the way people are. They'll aspire to be at a certain level, they'll get to that level, and they'll still find something wrong. I'm like that. I'll be like, I want to be here, I'm here, but then I'm pissed. That's the Armenian in me, I'm just pissed about everything. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Hey, you still got some shit to look forward to, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you got coming up in 2019?
I want to do more shows, so if you're booking, holler. And I don't just do Armenian shows. I do American. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 8 years. I speak English. And I just want to do more shows. I want to learn editing, you guys. I want to learn editing and edit.
Okay.
That's a goal. I want to do more videos and, you know, tear it up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Guys, Mary Basmagia! Guys, Hi Tonight Show. Put your hands together. Our musical guest, M16 the Great! M16 the Great!
Yeah. It's a way of life. It's more so a mentality.
Tonight Show, yeah. Now I got it cracking, niggas ask if I'm still trapping. If I get a deal, what y'all think happen? How you think this shit go? You ain't making a dime unless your shit blow. And my baby gotta eat, whether rain, hell, or snow. To keep from telling her no, I done slang hella dro. You gon' see my name in the sky before my name on the floor. Raised in the trenches where we all train to go. Crack a window, crack a smut, then we crack a block. Getting money like these rappers now. You'll be the hearse, I send a verse and then they send 1,000. So I guess I be a rapper now. They say you don't come around like you used to. Cause when you do, that's when niggas try to use you. That fake Hollywood shit I ain't used to. This gon' take some getting used to.
Move silent, blow loud. Niggas either too broke or too proud. If I'm shopping, I'ma spend a few thou. They ain't fuck with you, then don't let them fuck with you now.
Hey.
Move silent, blow loud. Niggas either too broke or too proud. If I'm shopping, I'ma spend a few thou. They ain't fuck with you, then don't let them fuck with you now.
What if your baby gotta eat? What if your lady gotta sleep? What if it's cold outside and you can't afford to heat? Times like that, you can't afford to sleep. You can live on your knees, I'd rather die on my feet. They talk about faith and religion. The same ones that have faith in the system. The same system that murdered your children. The same system that put you in their prisons. The same system that failed you to tell you a bunch of bullshit that only they can sell you. Don't believe the hype. I just need a mic, I don't need your love, I just need the light. Hardly home, but I'm always repping. Remain patient, we gon' make it in a second. Looking like perfection. I'm just waiting on the right connection. You could be the man, you could be the king, you could be the guy, you could be the problem, or you could be the plan. Don't be a sheep, nigga, be a man.
Move silent, blow loud. Niggas either too broke or too proud. If I'm shopping, I'ma spend a few thou. They ain't fuck with you, then don't let them fuck with you now.
Hey.
Move silent, blow loud. Niggas either too broke or too proud. If I'm shopping, I'ma spend a few thou. They ain't fuck with you, then don't let them fuck with you now.
Hey. Thank you.
Oh man, that's one more, man. You got one more? Hey, y'all want one more?
Hold on, let me look. I
gotta get one, man.
You gotta get one.
Killer, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Yo, this is the first show that I actually could smoke. Usually I go to shows and they're like, don't smoke in the green room, though. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, like, this is the green room. Fuck it. This is the green room.
Greenest room, man.
Yeah, you feel me? Let's get it.
Oh shit, M16 the Great!
Appreciate the love, the energy is just perfect, right? It's money over fuck shit, nigga, trust this. 100 how it does this, I know you love this. Came up alone, but I ain't do it on my own. Real nigga to the bone, so respect is always shown. Tryna get it how I get it, huh? If you with it, cause I'm with it, huh? I'm not a rapper on my business, I'm just out here trying to live, huh? So all you haters need to quit it, huh? Before I give you niggas the business, line them up. I'm just trying to blow, time is up, baby, fine as fuck. Let a nigga know you trying to fuck. You is what it is. I heard you with the biz. I'm trying to get it, I ain't trying to meet your kids. It is what it is. It was what it was. Those some tricks, those some bloods, and they all show me love. And this summer, we shutting down the club. But next summer, we shut down the claim. You don't bring, you ain't fucking with my game. They tell me stay in my lane. Where the fuck is my lane? Mad at me because they see they ain't playing enough. Hey, they make a fuck nigga all the money in the world. All the money in the world. Can't make the hood nigga turn bitch. While the solid niggas turn solid nigga never sick. Nigga all the money in the world. Can't make a bum nigga turn bad one. Turn bitch. While the solid nigga turn solid nigga never sick. Hey. It's that cherry 6-4 shit. All that royal blue Uncle Camino. All in both, bitch. I got a little bit, but trust I need some more shit. Rappers on that bullshit. Really on some hoe shit. Labels try to play me, they assume that I don't know shit. But when we make it, best believe it's for the folk, bitch. My niggas can't keep the 4-5 in the same day when Mike was wearing the 4-5. Oh shit. Now they think I'm hot. No shit. I could've probably sold $1 million off my old shit. Platinum or better. We ain't geeking off that gold shit unless it's on my neck or my wrist. I'm a nigga with 100 plans. Then before the year I make 100 bands. Got 10,000 followers, 100 fans. That's why you niggas barely need like the last man. All the money in the world. All the money in the world. Nigga turn bitch, where the solid niggas turn solid niggas. make a hood nigga all the money in the world. All the money in the world can make a hood nigga turn bitch. Roll with solid niggas just solid. Hey, I get the head in that pussy, call it cascan. Cause the flow is harder than being a black man. This shit slap like your backhand. You gon' feel it even if you not a rap fan. Hey, I get the head in the pussy, call it cascan. Cause the flow is harder than being a black man. This shit slap like a backhand. You gon' feel it even if you not a rap fan. Hey.
That was awesome.
Dude, M16 the great!
Appreciate the opportunity to be here, man.
Dude, I appreciate you, man. Those were fucking awesome. Tell us, what was the first one called?
The first song is called Move Silent, Blow Loud.
Alright, I like it. Blowing loud.
Yeah, it's
Amen.
basically, the title is basically based off the project, Move Silent, Blow Loud. And it represents just a mentality, man. You gotta move, don't tell everybody what you're doing. But when you blow up, let them see it. Show them.
Yeah.
Instead of always talking about it, you feel me?
I love that, man. Oh, goodness. Alright, so, and you said that was based off the project of the same name.
The project name, Move Silent, Blow Loud.
And that's like
available now, Spotify, Tidal, all that. Available now.
Man, and both these tracks were on that?
Both of those, yeah. On that
What
last
was the
project.
second one?
The second one's called All the Money in the World. Basically, it's basically like saying, no matter how much money you got, man, it don't change who you are. So don't let it do that.
I love that.
You're still
shit.
gonna be who you are. Like if you was, some people get money and they was a bum, then you still gonna be a bum. You still gonna be the same.
You think it's gonna make you someone else? No, you gotta stay who you are throughout that. That's how you get there. I love that shit.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Tell
It's the
everyone,
universe.
where are you from?
Man, I'm from the IE, Fontana, California, to be
All
exact.
right,
The IE is the Inland
out
Empire.
here, man.
Yeah, man, you gotta. This is the thing. Like a lot of people from where I'm from, they don't understand, man. You gotta come out here, even though we're our own place and we represent where we're from.
This is where the business is at.
You gotta come out here, man. You
Yeah.
gotta travel, just like her being from Pasadena or you know what I'm saying, anywhere else. You gotta come here.
Right.
You can't avoid it.
I don't know if it's because you look like Biggie. I thought you were in New York, man. I swear.
Everybody say that, man. I've been in California all my life. The first time I went to New York was 2 years ago, and it was Brooklyn.
But to be fair, you have on Tim's.
Right, that's what it was. Give me that dead ass.
I always wear it. I'm big. You gotta have the shoes that can really
I'm
support.
saying that goes with New York.
Yeah. I feel you, B.
Marion, what'd you think of M16?
Dope.
Damn,
Dope. I
appreciate
love
it.
the lyrics. It was very cool to vibe with, but the words have real meaning, and I really loved it.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Oh, that's something I wanted to mention. You're not fucking mumbling up there.
Yeah.
No,
I
man.
appreciate that shit.
Man.
Right? I mean, those guys that got their own style, but you were fucking enunciating. You got something to fucking say up there.
Lyricists and writers are important.
Exactly, man. It's so rare to find people that really talk about something. So, I felt like, when I get the opportunity. And then speaking of Biggie, that's one of my biggest influences. So it's like, for him to influence me, I can't be out here just...
Hey, man, you got that power, dude.
I appreciate it.
So how much of your work goes into the whole production of this? You got from the bottom to the top? I mean, you did
Man, well, I don't do the beats. Because I'm one of those type of people, man, I figure, like, I really look at, like, man, when I do something, I got to give it 110. You get, you know what I'm saying? You get a universe, 100% of your energy is going to give you 100% result. So when I do my music, I try to give it 110, and then I find other people that give it 110. I don't want to have dope ass lyrics and mediocre beats because I want to do everything. Because nobody can really realistically
focus your energy
everything.
on that.
Yeah, so I'm more so focus on making the best songs, and I find the people that focus on making the best beats. But far as the structure of how I do everything, is me myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm very hands on how. I like my stuff to be organized and put together.
And like you said earlier, you get to smoke weed here. How much does weed influence your work?
Man.
I mean, it's got to, right? You got the whole album Blow Hard, right? You were blowing...
Blow Loud.
Loud, right? Loud.
Weed is weed has been I've survived off of weed for a long time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just been around me.
You got it there, like writing too, when you're writing?
Nah. When I write, I like to be clear of mind, because I feel it got to be, even though the weed take you to another level, it got to be like truthful. When I write, it's kind of like freestyling. It got to come from a truthful place off the top. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the weed it makes you think on a different level, but sometimes it makes you think so complex that the truth gets, you know.
Yeah, you're not
jaded.
right there and then. You know, you get way too deep in yourself. You're probably, you know, not even saying anything at a certain point. Yeah,
It sounds dope though. It'll come out dope, but I feel like at this point and where I'm trying to go career-wise, I want people to know who I am, and then when I get to that level, I ain't got no problem. I fuck with psychedelic. Like at that point, you feel me? But right now, I'm like, I'm just trying to give them what's going on here.
So what you got going on? You got this album.
Yeah.
And you got any more coming up?
Man, so I got this album. I dropped this in August, and then in October, I dropped a project. Halloween, I dropped a project, and it was called Black Licorice. That's out as well. Yeah, check that out. And I got a project dropping January that's coming up. You know, that I've been working on. It's called Legal Tender, and it's just, you know, more of a elegant type of vibe. I just try, you know, when I make music, I come with a theme, and I just try to execute it with the Moose on Blow Loud. It was the summertime. It was real, you know, we in the West Coast, so I just wanted to give that West Coast essence. And I felt like when you come, a lot of times rappers don't understand that. People they gotta see you in where you're from, in a sense. Like when you think of, like how you said Biggie, you think Brooklyn. When you think of Snoop, you think Long Beach. So when they see M16, I want them to think, yo, Southern California, Inland Empire. And that's exactly, and that's what I brought to the vibe.
I see that, man. Can you tell everyone where to find you? Other than the albums being everywhere, go check out all the platforms. Where's
M16thegreat.com. You go to M16thegreat.com. It'll take you to all the social media. All the social media is M16thegreat, and it just all plugged in together, man. I keep it real simple for the people, for the user, real user friendly.
I dig it, man.
Yeah.
M16.
Man,
you got
appreciate
something
you, man.
coming up? Any shows you want to shout out?
Man, I ain't I'm trying to gear up for like maybe like a tour, maybe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So anybody in other states or whatever that's watching this, man, holla at me.
M16.com, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. M16 the Great! I appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our final comedian of the evening. Make some noise. Raja Michael! Raja! Hello.
Hi.
Hey, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm Raja. I work at a call center. Guys, I know what it sounds like for me to stand here as an Indian woman telling you I work at a call center. I'm aware. Could you just imagine my mother, like, leaving her country, all the sacrifices she made, everything she left behind, how hard she worked to give me a better life? It was just so I could come here. She could come here and I'll just do the same damn thing I would have done if she never left. I know, it's weird. I work actually for a cruise line, so that basically means I help rich, affluent baby boomers go see all the countries their ancestors colonized. And my ancestors would be so proud. I was raised by like a really rough immigrant mom. Was anyone here married? I need you to say yes.
I'm nodding my head yes.
Raised like really rough immigrant. They had to be rough, right?
Yes.
Like, they had to be. She was that rough. She hated Santa Claus.
Right.
My mom hated Santa Claus. She was like, wait a second, I have to work this hard so I can afford to be able to buy presents for my children, and some white man takes the credit. Who is this Santa Claus? I was like, Ma, it's okay. He's not real. These are the things you have to explain to your parents when they're immigrants. You know? My mom, she used to work. I grew up in New York City, and she used to work for the New York City public school system. She prepared the lunches, the school lunches, and served them to the students in an elementary school. And one year, the New York City public school system banned all the aluminum pans in the schools because they were shown to cause like cognitive and developmental disabilities amongst the children. So she brought them home and cooked for us in them. Because, you know, why waste? That's the immigrant mom, you know. Yes. So I was like, Ma, you know, one day I asked her, I was like, Ma, aren't you worried these are going to affect us? You know, so she looked me in the eye and she was like, don't worry, it's already too late for you. I always remind my mother of this story when she asks me why I don't come home to visit more often. She's also like really strangely protective. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to join a softball team. And she wouldn't let me join. She was like, it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. What if you get hit by the ball? I was like, bitch, you hit me with a rubber slipper. You're so worried about my safety. Why don't you stop beating me? Brown mothers, is, you know? Like, they're scared to let you cross the street, but they'll beat the shit out of you.
I know. They'll help you cross that street.
If you get hit by a car, I'll beat the shit out of you. Brown mothers, you know? But then my mom, she was like kind of like a liberal, like Indian mom, I guess. So after a certain age, she stopped hitting me. So after me and my sisters, we were headstrong teenagers, you know? And after we got too old for her to beat us into submission, she would try to like control us using guilt and shame. She did. She'd be like, that's it. You kids don't listen to me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump into a well and I'm going to die. And when you find my dead body in that well, then you'll be sorry. And you know, when she would say things like that, it used to make me feel really sad because we grew up in New York City and we didn't have wells. Yeah, so so we just ignored her because, you know, the no well thing. So she started getting smarter with her suicide threats. She'd be like, oh, okay, you kids don't listen, believe me, that's it. I'm gonna jump into the subway tracks. I'm gonna jump into the subway tracks, but I will die and then you'll be sorry. And it was New York, so we did have subway tracks, so I felt like things were beginning to look up. I once did this bit, and after the show, I got confronted by a mother. She was like, at least your mother held you. It's like, held me, beat me. Listen, they're just jokes, guys. You shouldn't take these stuff too seriously, right? Tell me, well, just jokes. Now that I'm an adult, me and my mom, we get along great. It's fine, you know? But she does do this weird thing where she's like always asking me when I'm going to give her grandchildren. She does, and she doesn't do that to my other sister. She doesn't ask my other sister that. So one day I asked her, I said, Ma, why do you keep bothering me for grandchildren but not my sister? And she said, well, out of all my children, you are the most like me. So I immediately got my tubes tied. I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. I'm so scared. I'm scared of getting older. I'm scared of aging. I like see everyone smoking around me. I can't even smoke anymore because I get too tired. I'm so I'm scared, and I'm scared also because in my family, we don't age well mentally. You know, we don't. Like my grandfather, he used to take 2 extra strength Tylenol every morning because he thought it'd give him extra strength. You can't make this shit up. It's like a true story. My grandfather did so many weird things. He did so many weird things, and it's like so much material. Really, I could write a lot of jokes about it, but I don't because sometimes I get nervous. Because, you know, I'm from a culture where we believe that our ancestors can still be with us and that we can still piss them off, you know? So it's like, I get a little nervous. And then I think about it, like my grandfather, he had so many dreams. Like he wasn't even born into freedom, you know what I mean? He had so many dreams for his granddaughters and everything we would do. So I feel like he would support me, you know? Like he would like let me make jokes about him. But once my mother dies, guys, I would have to stop that bitch would drop a tree on me. I messed that punchline up, but that's okay. She would get back at me. Could you just see the lights in my apartment flickering on and off? Tubes get untied. It'd be a bitch. It'd be horrible. Am I doing okay on time? Yeah. It'd be a mess, guys. It'd be a mess. I'm in a relationship. I am. I'm glad. When I told my mom that, she just looked shocked. You know what I mean? Like she always bothers me. Why are you single? I tell her I'm in a relationship. You're like, are you sure? You know, and it's a good relationship. It's really healthy, which is different for me. You know, because historically I've been really bad at relationships. And I learned through therapy that the reason why I was bad at relationships is something that's rooted in my childhood. My subconscious keeps wanting to replay the relationship I had with my parents over and over again, which probably explains why I enjoy being spanked. But, you know, my boyfriend's a really nice guy. He says really sweet things to me. Like, he's like, Raja, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Right? And I always think, wow, you must have had like a fucked up life. You know what, though, guys? Fuck all of you for laughing at that. That was a test and you all failed. I am a catch. Okay, no, he's a nice guy, but the other day we got into a big fight. You know, we got into a big fight because he told me he doesn't believe in marriage. And I was like, what? Right? I was like, what? What? What do you mean you're never gonna marry me? Like, why don't you believe in marriage? And he was like, well, Raja, you know, marriage is a patriarchal system created so men could oppress women. Is that what you want?
Oh, he took deep.
And I was like, it's a double act, guys. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not that woke, you know, like, I think I gave you the wrong impression of me. Give me that patriarchy. And my thing is like, I don't care. I don't want like a, you know, patriarchal marriage or anything like that. I don't care even about weddings. I don't care. I don't need a diamond ring. I don't need a fancy big wedding, or I don't care about that shit. It's all capitalism. I don't care. My thing is, if I'm with you for 10 years of my life, okay, I invest 10 years of my life, I make all the sacrifices it takes, okay, I give you all this time that it takes to be in a relationship with you. You don't get to wake up 10 years from now and be like, oh babe, I don't think it's working out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to do that. Okay, if I'm with you for 10 years and you want to leave me, at least drag my ass to court and divorce me like a gentleman. I spent 10 years of my life with you. I want to be your baggage. And I want that baggage to be legal. I never asked for more than I deserve. Thank you so much, guys.
Raja Michael! Funny.
Thank you.
I loved it. At first, I was like, man, she's saying a lot of big words, but Eric warned me. He's like, listen, guys, she's political. I was like, all right, I love it. But man, I really identified with that parents beating you.
All brown moms, you know.
I think it's just POC, right?
Yeah,
all of us. My mom used to tell me, she's like, you die, I'll kill you. Like, what does that even mean?
Every time I do this bit, there'll be this white lady after a show, like a, you know, this liberal white lady who'll come over and be like, oh yeah, I've heard how strict the people of your culture are. I'm like, no, I had a really easygoing mom. She was one of the liberal Indian mom. All the kids, you know, came to our house, she was the cool auntie. I'm like, no, she was the nice one.
Right,
like all of our parents beat
the
us.
westernized one, right? The Americanized one.
No, she just was who she was. You know, I was like, not all of our parents beat us. It's okay, white lady.
Yours didn't talk to you, right? That's what they got going on. They think it's weird. I mean, I love that though. You work on that. You're fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
There's so much I want to talk about. I mean, just from your set alone. But I want to get to know you.
For sure.
You said you're from New York.
Yeah, New York and New Jersey. I grew up in both places.
How long have you been out here now?
I think 8 years. 8 years. But I didn't come out here for stand-up. I just came out here.
You didn't?
No, and then I got here and I was like, everyone here in LA, they do the things they love. You know, where I grew up, it was like really working class, immigrant community where like just work, survive, make money. You know, we didn't feel like we had the privilege to just do shit. You know what I mean? So I came out here and I was like, everyone like really lives their dreams out here, and I got inspired. So I was like, fuck it, let me do what I want.
So you started comedy out here?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh. Listen, guys, that's a real fucking feat right there. I mean, a lot of people don't advise it. You fucking did that, and you're hilarious.
I was here already.
You didn't come out to be an actress or nothing, huh?
No, I came out here for grad school, which is a waste of money. I dropped out. Don't do it, stupid. It's never going to get you a job. It's just going to get you more debt.
What were you doing there? What were you studying?
Oh yeah, I was studying ethics. You know, I was a social service worker for a long time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's what I did for a long time. I worked in shelters.
You could help with that. You could tell if they're being beat, right?
I actually worked in domestic violence. So that was my area, but yeah.
Wow. Well, hey man, I'm glad you got over to comedy then.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do. I like it.
You're made for this shit. You're a killer. You got anything coming up, or you want to talk about, people?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the past few months, me and my boyfriend / creative partner, we recorded a comedy album called Brownie Points. You know, it's really fun. We both do political comedy, and we have a friend who is a well-known comic, and she was like, you know, there's not a lot of people you don't get to see in the media people of color, like couples who are both people of color, POC couple, being kind to each other and loving to each other. We don't get that kind of representation. So you guys got to make some. So we're like, yeah, let's do it.
He's a performer as well?
Yeah, his name is Lenny Shelton. He's a really funny guy.
Go check him out.
It's Brownie Points. It will be released on Valentine's Day.
Aww. Where can they find that at?
Yeah, everything. We're going to be on all the streaming services. He's more of the person who handles that side of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, you should be able to, like iTunes and what else? is out there. I'm like, my brain is being very old right now. I'm like acting like I talked about my mom, and now I'm like thinking like her.
M16, what'd you think, man?
Oh, it was dope as fuck. It was really lit. I kind of some of the words I was like, I'm definitely gonna ask her what that means. You can rhyme really good words with those words. So I was
A collaboration.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Raja.
We also produce a political comedy show with 2 other comics, Ron Placone and Derek Lemos, at the Sycamore Tavern.
What's that called?
It's called Politics Night. Pretty straightforward. It's a different day every month, but it's on. I'll post. It'll be on my Instagram.
Okay, Politics Night. Go look for that.
Yes.
I love that. All right, guys, make some noise. Politics Night. That's for Raja. Thank you so much, Raja. Oh, you're awesome. All right. The last performer of 2018.
Me?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit. I am so fucked up, and I'm looking at the art. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. I was like bugging out. I'm over here looking at this. I'm like, and she was saying, then he was like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, oh shit. Hey.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Yo, you ain't gotta watch the news to see what's happening. No head up fade nowadays, these niggas blasting. Just hope I don't die before I reach my passion. Wanna see my little girl grow up, cause I miss her laughing. Sad when you leave the house not knowing if you make it back. Blood first to a pack, you praying you can make it back. If you ship it out of town and then make it, you can make it stack. If the fans in the set, you can take that back. Risk worth the reward. Is the price something you can afford? Now you praying to the Lord, cause you dealing with some niggas that kill when they bored. Now you sipping to ease the pain, smoking to do the same. Sipping to ease the pain, smoking to do.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
My blood niggas whoop whoop, let me know what's cracking. My crip niggas let me know what's cracking. In the past, by the way they scrapping. Never is us, know what happened. Hey, if you make it back, hold on, I fucked up my shit. That shit was trash, but he still count cash and he read up fast. By high school, he was singing that gas. My mom told my stepdad, that life won't last. 6 in the morning, the boy's raided his stash. Now he can't get a job, all because of his past. Growing up like he did, that was all he had. It's enough to make a real nigga sad, damn. Hey, whoop whoop, what's happening? Hey, whoop whoop, what's happening? Whoop whoop, what's happening? What's happening? Whoop whoop, what's happening? Whoop whoop, what's happening? Whoop whoop, what's happening? Whoop whoop, what's happening? Thank you, man. Yeah! The High Tonight Show, man. Shout out my man Victor, man. I appreciate you bringing me out here. MC.com and all that, man. Peace.
Alrighty, guys, what do I want to talk about? My son turned 2 recently. He's pretty badass. I love him. You know, I don't know, man. My son, he's a savage, though. We're trying to get him off the titty now. It's been like 2 months. He still remembers that shit. And so, like, he'll look
Never
at me
forget.
sometimes, and he's just getting desperate, okay? He does not care about the hair in between these titties. That's my seed right there, okay? He's savage. I don't want to deny him anything, but I'm like, dude, that is too far. Like, this is my apartment. Ever since this bastard came around, I gotta wear tank tops in my own apartment. Because he can fucking attack at any moment, you know? He's a privileged white boy. There's no telling what he'll do next, man. I could start lactating, you know? The human body is a real miracle. I already cry at Disney movies. I'm very sensitive. I don't need that. We don't need 2 moms in that. It'll just confuse the poor boy. Not at this stage, man. I mean, I know.